shit, Night City looks amazing, and Jesus Christ, it's gonna be like Blade Runner with advertisements larger than life, and you're just assaulted with so much neon and lighting.
Yeah, I mean, considering what like most of the shit that's going to be going down is probably going to be happening here inside the city and not out. So of course they got to make this probably the absolute most detailed that you can get into
Yeah,
from like both the outside and probably inside most of the buildings you'll be able to enter to. Would be interesting to hear like all these buildings you can go inside them. That'd be pretty interesting to know.
I mean, I think they said that the map is a tad smaller than The Witcher 3, but that's also kind of like you have to take into account the verticality now that you got to deal with. I can't imagine all the buildings are enterable and all that, but still, most of them,
Yeah,
they probably have quite a range.
yeah, I was about to say because like with Witcher 3, there's gonna be like a lot of like almost endless like voyage of like going from one place to another out in the open in the wilderness and doing hunts and everything. It's not exactly filled with like, a lot of cities and stuff. Here, it's like a city,
The city
Yeah,
of endless
and
the
opportunity.
city.
they who was it? Game Informer and GameSpot both were saying that like, holy crap, we were genuinely overwhelmed by like it was almost like sensory overload just looking around and seeing so much stuff and uh they were like, yeah, we had people from the dev team talking to us about how we literally have like an entire group of our uh, crew dedicated to nothing but creating these in-game companies and advertisements because that's kind of what Cyberpunk is. It's like capitalism and all that gone run amok, and basically you were just overwhelmed. Jesus Christ, phone. You are
Wow.
overwhelmed by everything around you. Basically, it's a dark dystopian future, and pretty much it's all about now body modifications and everything. Like, oh hey, uh, the normal you isn't good enough, but we can make you better. And I mean, here's that one controversial advertisement. In fact, the one about the trans person packing some heat, so to speak, right here.
Oh, the place where you can change what's in your pants.
Yeah, people were flipping out because of this advertisement because you could see some junk showing right there, and it's like that's kind of the point. You're able to so carelessly and so effortlessly change out everything in this future that it's normal. This is the norm here,
Ah, it game. Let it be game.
pretty much. But God, it looks so gorgeous just seeing all this neon, and I think I heard something about this. We'll probably hear something about this. I think might be the strip club or something. Uh, oh yeah,
Honestly,
this is a gang actually in the game.
honestly, with how very, very, very little of experience that I have with like the punk's aesthetics, especially cyberpunk's aesthetics from like a world or just a level to get into and whatnot, I remember being incredibly super excited for the Borderlands 3 reveal when they showed that one entire whole neon city that they had going on, and it looked so so good. And then we played the game, and it was like, ah, it's all right, I guess. So I'm really hoping that this one is really, really gonna blow me away.
Yeah, I felt the same about that. That one in Borderlands 3 was the one that had me jumping at the edge of my seat, going, "Whoa!" And it was cool in game. It's just it was a little underwhelming because I guess it felt like the scale and everything got reeled back just a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't help that also with the reveal trailer with Borderlands 3, you even hear the audience in their background. As soon as they show that one neon city, all the other places, the forest and whatever, they were like, "Oh, that's cool" and everything. And then the neon stage go on, and they're like, "Wah!"
Exactly. And I mean, look at this. This is Night City. This is the heart of Night City, and yeah, everywhere you go, it's basically
Here, you're gonna need at least three 2080s to make this run well.
no kidding. Jesus Christ. Hope you're ready for that ray tracing and oh God, this is crazy.
Well, no CD Projekt right. They're probably going to be like a whole lot of like different measurements that you could do, especially like downsampling. With Control, one of my friends was showing me how they can like run it down to like almost 540p, but then render it up to almost like 1440p, and it looks absolutely fantastic. He was able to do like 2070 Ti with ray tracing over 60 frames because of it.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
so surely they'll have something like that on this as well to make the game still look really pretty.
They'd have to. I mean, we don't want beers melting and blowing up over this, but
By the way, is anyone ever going to tell them that they spelled project wrong? It's with a C, not a K.
it's too cool for school.
I'm just being an asshole. Let's continue.
Yeah, I'm just taking a moment to take this all in. 3 mouse, 1 desire. Jesus Christ. It's like
Honestly,
I feel like that's a jab at what's that movie Total Recall with the lady with 3,
what, she had like 3 boobs or some shit like that?
Yes, and
I
it's
have
a real
never
lady.
seen the movie, but I think I remember hearing that reference from time to time about just that specific scene. Honestly, I'm looking at all this like dystopian fuck, what do you call it? All the advertising and everything. I'm just remembering how, like, with Atlas with Persona 5, when they were trying to stylize the game and everything, they looked through a lot of teen magazines to try to capture that style to make it as stylish as possible. And it looks like they're doing kind of like this aesthetic with all that they're doing with settings and shit to make the game look good.
Pretty much. Also, does that sign say barely legal? Or barely illegal?
Barely illegal.
Yeah, triple X signs right in the open of the city. Jesus.
Barely twitchable.
Oh God, you got that right. Oh, hang on. Was he just snorting some blow?
Oh, I bet you he was.
Jesus Christ. I get a cultish feeling from this. This is like the freaking statues in XCOM too.
Well, remember, I think they did say that they might have a few jabs here and there with their religious symbols and stuff. So this might be one of the things they were talking about.
Passion, and that looks like a crown of thorns but wires. Is that a jab at Passion of the Christ?
No, they wouldn't do anything like that. Not to Christians.
And our good Christian, little China or Tokyo, Chinatown.
It's barely Christian.
God, no kidding. Well, that's all we care in mind.
Or is he snorting that? Oh no, I think maybe he's just kind of like fixing his nose. Be like, look, I look great. You think mirrors are gonna work in this game?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say. Another Valentino foray in Pacifica. I think the Valentinos are another gang, so yeah, journalist stuff. Oh man, look at that car.
Oh yeah. I wonder how far you can customize it with like color palettes and stuff, and like what you can do with modifications on it. Surely you'll probably be able to upgrade the stats and everything, but like I want to know how you can make it look.
Hopefully, there's at least some degree. I have heard that I think they're like that isn't really a focus for us. Neither is customizing your apartment. Maybe it's just gonna be basic, like okay, he changed the color, change a basic decal. Who knows? And maybe it might be their DLC too, because I kept on thinking that like since there's such a big wasteland outside of Night City that they're gonna pull some Mad Max shit and car customization is gonna be a huge thing. But that's just me theorizing, basically.
It's just the theory.
Yep. And welcome to Night City where the hookers beat you up and they kill you and take your money.
I don't like the picture in the background looking as if it's looking straight at you, being like, "Yeah, you're next."
Oh God, you really are.
Is she like flipping him off too? Be like, "Fuck you, my girl's taking care of you."
Yeah, she's giving the dual birds, and these two are just punching the shit out of him. Oh man, look at that.
Look at a look at a high detail garbage bag on the left right there. Look at how the light shine on it. Ray tracing at its finest.
Oh my God, I thought you were making a joke about the dress for a moment. This reminds me of Back to the Future 2 with the weird clothes that they had. Back when Marty goes to the future.
Oh yeah, the future of what, 2016, 2017.
Welcome to the far off year of God, I can't remember. I know James did a video on this. Back when it was the day of, it was like October something, 2018 or 2019. I don't know.
Think, yeah.
But yeah, it's. What else could I point out? I mean, dang it. Okay, let's fast forward a tad. There's Jackie. I think the Afterlife is supposed to be a very famous club in the universe. Very famous exclusive club. Like
I'm just kind of staring at that jacket, just thinking that's just a different color altered of Leon's jacket. It's black instead of brown.
This is Leon in 2077.
Battlefield yet?
Oh god. Let's see. At the club, guess this guy's having a virtual orgasm.
Either that or he's like really feeling whatever drug he probably shoved inside him.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like this is a bar just to jack in with these headsets or something. Who knows?
You know, I'm only noticing like their wallpaper, just seeing how much of that noise cancellation foam they have on side there. Damn.
That's there
You
for a
wouldn't even
reason.
know how noisy.
Yeah. Oh, this is
There's
what
the
your
pixels.
comments here.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Be like, oh no, they're trying to pixelize it Sim style so you can't see the sexies.
Actually, the funny thing is, I think they mentioned that they got something like the Batman Arkham City detective mode.
Yes, I remember seeing about that on another video. I think Yang was talking about it. It's kind of like where you can kind of play back. You got to fix the audio and video recording just right so you can see how something played out.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what this is. Maybe there's a reason for it. I don't know.
It looked cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Spunky Monkey. Oh, there was your Ripper Doc. Police are probably corrupt as ever. Let's see.
Oh, they found us.
No kidding.
I see that orange head and I'm just thinking, oh no, is that Scout?
For real. Look at these fucking augments. I think this is that club that we just saw. The one with the Moxies, the Lizzies, whatever.
Yo, no matter how cool you are, you can never be total cool unless your augmented arms have spikes on them.
This is like that 80s aesthetic in 2077. That's what I'm getting the vibe of here.
It's the 80s, but it's 77.
Basically. Definitely a lot of latex. If I remember right, I think this gang is supposed to be a gang of girls who... what was it? They had a leader or something, or a girl in charge, who specifically protected sex workers and made sure that they were taken care of, and they became a gang. Something like that, I think.
So what you're saying is, it's my gang now.
Basically.
Hell yeah.
And who knows if you're important, but...
Cheese Omega!
Oh god. Oh god, Mass Effect
fuck.
throwback.
Oh no, the more I think about it, the more this makes too much sense. Oh no.
We'll probably find out. I'm pretty sure this club's gonna have both guys and girls dancing around or something. That's my guess.
I can't believe Lady Gaga works in
I knew it! You had to go there.
Oh, I went everywhere.
Police protect.
Oh, that was a great pause right there. Look at that.
This is from the 48 gameplay minute trailer, and I guess this is what happens if you decide to blow his brains out.
This is what happens. You get to see his head in this position, and you see his eyes, question mark? His vision sensories just overloading right then and there. It looks like it's about to like open up and gobble you up, fucking Resident Evil style.
The thing that gets me about this, like I'm really unsettled, is it's like right where the nose is, there's just this, it cuts off and goes deep inside of this skull. To me, that's like a really there's something unsettling about that, just seeing this push back into his head, and then his nose just jut out.
Like, I know 3D modeling is like a huge undertake for every single models they're doing on this game and everything, but I've wondered just how long they have to like try to perfectorate every single thing you want to do, especially like if you're gonna do like destroying of limbs and everything, they gotta have, render off all the things from the inside and out so that if you break a specific part or like if you blow his head right here, specific chunks are gonna like blow out.
Like that.
Like that. Yeah, like that. Wait, did you shoot him or did your... Oh, wait, no, he's gonna show off his gun over to you and everything. Your friend over there looks like he did the shot instead of you for a second.
Oh, God. There's a problem there. If he shot, we'd be both dead.
Yeah.
Jackie, don't do it. Holy crap. I am wondering just, how detailed the gore and everything's gonna be, because after playing The Last of Us, I'm like, okay, how ramped up is brutality gonna be? Because, man, the gore in that game, when I started to look closer at the details in The Last of Us 2, when it came to the gore, I kind of stop and do a double take, because you take a pipe or a shotgun, you bash a person over the head, like take a running start, and then swing it, you will literally blow off a chunk of their face. Like, you know how in the first game they just went down? No, the human enemies will actually have a huge chunk of their head come off from a lead pipe smacking into it. And then if you look at the wall behind them, you will see their brains splatter the wall and actually just slowly slide down it in like chunks of skull.
At least this one doesn't look like we do any brutality on dogs.
No kidding, Jesus. And like the other thing with the gore I noticed in that game was just oh man, I completely blanked out. The brain splattering and just oh yeah, if you look at gun wounds in that game, if you look really close after you've already killed somebody just from like a single bullet hole in their head or something, you will notice like the blood is streaming out like it would in real life, and it will continuously do it. It was kind of like maybe do a double take and zoom in with a sniper scope going, oh Jesus Christ, I feel bad for these animators. How many like films on bestscore.com or something did they have to watch? Holy crap.
Well, I sure hope I don't hear anything coming from CD Projekt Red being like, I had to witness someone being murdered for 3 hours straight, and I only got paid this much for it. Like the things I've heard from Last of Us 2 with their animators and stuff. Crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Also, one thing I'm noticing in this game a lot is that there's a lot of like smoke effects with either where you are, or I think I'm seeing a lot of smoke whenever you like fire off a gun and everything. I'm wondering if that's going to be the case every single time you do that, or if it's going to be story based where they make it look slightly more graphically, nice.
That's hard to say. I feel like it might just be them showing off just how advanced their engine is and everything. But then again, who knows how much of that's gonna be present on current gen consoles and all of that.
Yeah, like as you see later down, like with the car crash and everything, you see all this debris and crap blowing around here, and it just kind of reminds me how they're gonna try to do in like Unreal 5 with like all of that new rendering techniques they're gonna do, especially like rendering off all those it's millions and millions of triangles so that they can recreate like all of these particles effects. And I know that's not the case here, but it just kind of makes me think that's like where it's like trying to do.
I mean, sooner or later, the graphics are going to hit their peak, and then it's a matter of, okay, let's just go all out on particle physics, damage, destruction, scale of things. That's eventually going to be where it can only go from here, I'm assuming.
Considering how fast hard drive, or rather solid state drives, are going to be now with the new consoles and everything, it's going to be a little bit better with like rendering stuff, so that you're hopefully not going to be chugging.
Yeah, and on that note, I mean, they're saying that this is going to be literally a seamless game once you get started up, no load screens ever. So we'll see how much that holds true. I'm going to be pretty impressed with that.
I think it might be something kind of like with, what is it? Grand Theft Auto 5, where it does like a huge ass load, and then the only time it's quote unquote loading is when you're like switching different characters, but it doesn't show like a load bar or anything. It just sees you zooming out of the city and then zooming in a different part.
Yeah, something like that makes sense. It's either that or no, I don't think elevators would be like a hidden loading screen. I think they'll really find a way to pull it off on here.
I think we moved past Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, no kidding, Jesus. Those took so long. Alright, NCPD, I guess a virtual recreation of a crime scene. It's kinda cool.
Yeah, that's part where you can start doing that detective work and everything, so you can see like how it actually played out. I'm going to assume you can't do it when the cops are around, because they're gonna look at you and be like, "What the heck are you doing here, delinquent? Get out of here!"
There's a good chance of that. That'd be a little fucked up.
Look at all the graffiti that it's all around in like most of the places here. That's so crazy.
Graffiti and stickers. Brain
Yeah.
dance. Euro dollars. Oh, okay. Euro dollars. Eddies. That's the currency. Right?
Yeah, bottom right, you can see the. I think that's like the price of that drink right there. That's showing off.
3 eddies. Like I'm assuming.
Yes? Question mark. It kind of looks like how it looks like in Star Citizen when my friend showed how like buying stuff looks. It kind of pops out when you look at it like that. Pretty cool.
Huh. That's something to bear in mind. Jackie, you look stunning. Holy crap. That's a big
Jackie,
one.
you blew up. Oh my god, stop. Don't move a muscle. Look at the guy on the right.
You look pretty scrawny, dude.
he looks like he's like gonna try to punch you as hard as he can, and you're only gonna move like no more than like 2 inches.
I'm kidding. I can't stop staring at the pants. The golden
And the
pants.
Yeah, they'll go to the pants are like really, really like shockingly shiny. Like it's too much. I don't like that.
This looks like something you'd see a pop singer wear on stage. And Jesus Christ, the hair.
That hair is definitely speaking something. The guy on the left just looks like he just wants to give you some sass.
I was about to say, that's some serious sass right there. Holy crap. Alright. Oh.
Fuck you, I don't want to play basketball.
Right? Jesus Christ. And,
I like his watch. I want that watch. It looks like it has the rebellion symbol on it, though.
Oh, yeah, it does. This is, fucking, what's his name? Dexter Deshawn. It's definitely got the fancy augments.
Look how thick that boy is.
He's got some style over substance. Let's
I
say that.
wanted sunglasses. They look so good.
Not gonna lie.
I will buy an ultimate version of this game if I can get a replica of those sunglasses. I can speak well.
It's all good. Something I noticed is I think he's voice acted by the same voice actor who did Lee from Walking Dead.
Really?
It sounds exactly like him. That's what I've noticed.
I can't wait for him to call it Sweet Pea. Hey, Sweet Pea, we're gonna go ahead and blow this shit up.
Just start crying. Lee, no!
Lee, I can't believe we're gonna turn into a life of crime.
Welcome to Cyberpunk! Oh god.
Yo, stupid, but I like how that cachet case looks that he's holding. That looks good. It actually looks like that Tupperware I imagine seeing from like Walmart in 2077.
Exactly. And here you got your Cyberpunk hatchback. No, this is like that Volkswagen. What's that car called?
No, you know what that car looks like? It looks like it belongs to the Sega Rally Championship, 2077.
The Volkswagen Golf, but in 2077.
It looks like it. I swear, I've seen the back of that car on my Sega Saturn all too much, and the shape of how that back looks a little too striking to one of the cars.
It does. I know exactly what car that looks like. It just jumps to mind immediately, and God, what was it? Since Night City's based in California, these are.
Oh, that makes sense. As the little cactus trees looking things.
Yeah. I remember seeing mountains like that while I was in Vegas. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, let me tell you, those trees right there, they're very, very accurate to like the more open road that we have here in California. It is 100% true.
What are those called? Joshua trees? Or am I thinking of something else?
You might be right on that. Also, with how pixelated this looks, because I'm seeing you streaming this to me and everything, the middle of the bottom part of the car, it looks like it has the Triforce symbol on it with the 3 white specks. It looks like the Triforce symbol.
I think it's just arrows pointing each way into a triangle shape, but yeah, I can see that.
This way. Go forward. The car goes forward.
That car has the power of courage. Oh man, I like seeing the way the car moves.
I like seeing the side of the car like that. That looks good.
Yeah, I like that sort of camera. There's not many racing games I see pull that sort of camera off. But that's definitely Life of the Nomad right there, and
this laugh was incredibly awkward, and then he got too serious. I didn't like that.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm assuming it's safe to assume that this is the chip with Johnny Silverhand's brain or memories.
Oh no, that's just the new PS5 M.2 solid state drive. This is what it's gonna look like.
How silly of me!
It's $400 per 1 gig.
Right?
For a gig.
Jesus Christ! Don't give us a glimpse of the dark future already.
Oh, but it looks so cool. It'll light up the inside of your PS5.
I'd be down with that then. I'll have a look for it. I'm assuming that this is the little what is this? The original job that in the 48-minute gameplay trailer that Dexter Deshawn was showing them.
Actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like a fucking cybernetic T-virus.
Oh god, no!
See? The Black Leon jacket, fucking T-virus happening to Cyberpunk. It's happening. They're just doing Resident Evil all over again.
But you got a little one of those pin boards with all the string attached and all the wires, and just be like, it's all coming together. I see it. I see through the matrix.
I always fasten my deduced belt around my waist, and also my tinfoil hat, always on.
Always. Remember, here on Flat Earth, we gotta be watching for the chemtrails and the lizard people.
I like that vase over there on the right that's going all red and shit. That looks cool. I want that in my room.
Oh yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that this is Arasaka's headquarters, which is like one of the biggest, baddest megacorps in the Cyberpunk universe, and they're based out of Japan. It's a lot of high tech, I think, weaponry and security type stuff, as
I think
far as
that
I
makes
know.
sense with all the floral I can see on the inside. It looks like big ass bonsai trees and shit.
Yeah. Oh, and right there is the Arasaka symbol. It's like a pawn shop symbol flipped upside down, and
Oh, I was about to say that looks like some sort of passport or something.
I can't read what it con Konpeki Plaza, huh?
Oh, that must be what the place is called then. Okay, interesting. Oh, wait, it's right there on your right
Oh,
side too. Wait.
oh
Alright.
my God, I'm an idiot. Okay, Konpeki Plaza, owned by Japan-based corporation Arasaka. The residents' guests include Arasaka managers who have to visit the city, or who, for whatever reason, have no apartment of their own in Night City. Smack dab in the center, the building boasts a staff of nearly 100, including wait, nearly 100. I mean,
Only
100.
100.
Okay, I was expecting more than that, including security guards, janitors, cooks, maids, all of whom keep the suites running just as smoothly as the corporation itself. All right.
Where are the maids?
Jesus Christ, that looks so intimidating. What the
That
hell kind of building is that? That's like the temple out of what is it? Star Wars on the place with the Jedi temple. Wow, I should know this.
this is a
Whatever.
cyberpunk temple. This is where you become a cyber and a punk.
This is where you become a CEO in charge of killing everyone. Jesus. That is such an intimidating ass building, and oh, okay,
So this is still the same place, right? This is still the same plaza? Wait, what the fuck?
I'm assuming this is the inside of that building right here.
Yeah, it looks like it's just
And this is like, you remember.
Elusive Man!
Oh god, no. No, 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 not again. I won't put
Everything's
up
Mass
with that.
Effect. Fuck!
It all comes back to Mass Effect.
Look, as long as if I can see a Krogan somewhere around here, I'll be happy.
Shepard.
Look at him taking pleasure and seeing everyone getting pained.
God, didn't they do this in what was it, Ghost in the Shell? Have people get like burned out or fried, stuff like
I
that.
think that was like the quote unquote humane way to die. I think.
Yeah, I know that for a lot of the people who do the net running in this universe, they kind of accept the fact that for a lot of them, this is how they're going to die, breaking into something that they shouldn't, and they could get burned out, or basically, I think like if they get hurt in the virtual world while they're kind of taking it on and going through quote unquote levels of a hack, whenever they get hurt in real life, and it's like I guess brain swelling or internal bleeding starts to happen and stuff like that.
You know what?
And
Sure, why not? With this being an incarceration of like 10 other games, let's throw in dot hacks on it as well.
essentially, it's kind of crazy. I remember net running was like the most complicated class back in 2020, but then they simplified it for Cyberpunk Red, and now in this game, it's like the stealth class. If you want to be sneaky and hack, this is your way to go.
I like hacking. I also like opening doors.
Yeah, and Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
so what the fuck is this? This looks like it's like the base prototype of like what a cyberpunk is gonna be. He just doesn't have all the neon colors yet.
Yeah.
He's a work in progress, or maybe he's security.
No, I think this is what happens if you go full bore in the Cyberpunk universe. Basically, when you finally give up all of your parts in
Humanity.
humanity, this is what the end result is, essentially, I think.
Yo, if you can actually be like this, I think I would actually go for it.
I don't know if it'd go that far, but that is kind of crazy just looking at that. Holy crap.
Just let me keep my junk.
The Mr. Stud. Oh.
Ew.
And, what was that called? I think those are called AV4s or something, basically hover cars.
Oh, so the ones that can actually like fly around and stuff.
Yeah, this is like I guess for rich people, the fast way of getting around.
Oh, rich people.
Exactly.
Must be nice.
I like the poppin' donuts there.
Hmm.
I'm wondering how much car damage can be inflicted if you ram into something.
Yeah, I wonder how far they can go for the damage models on this, because like even like nowadays, I'm still pretty impressed with like some of the car damaging models you could see for like Burnout Paradise.
Oh yeah, and GTA 5 kind of surprised me with how good it was in that game. It could have been
Yeah,
better for the time, but it was still pretty impressive.
yeah, I think they made it as realistic as they could be. Remember back in PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah, and I guess this is what happens when people try to harvest your cybernetics and kidnap you.
Sounds simple enough.
Holy crap. Okay.
I'm really curious how the gunplay is gonna be, because with me slowly rising into like playing more first-person shooters now, I'm just curious to know how it's gonna feel and how you're gonna play it.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's gonna feel like, playing Call of Duty, but it's probably gonna still feel pretty good.
There's got to be like that small amount of like arcade style like gunplay that if you just put it in just right, it'll feel so good. Kind of like how they did with like Doom.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's not taking into effect. I mean, like you're gonna be able to run around with katanas or barehanded and do fist fighting and melee
yeah,
weapons, stuff like
yeah.
that.
There was like a small snippet of you actually fighting with your fists with one guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, seeing you move around and like jump around to like get this one guy and everything just makes me think of like a little bit of Doom Eternal, like running and gunning.
yeah, I could totally see that. And I remember like we saw that they're just sliding around. There was double jumping. I think even climbing walls, certain walls.
Yeah, I know this is more for like how we got to get our hands on this, but I wonder like how much of an accuracy on the guns hampered if you're moving around, or if that doesn't factor in whatsoever, or if there's an augmentation so that no matter how much you move, your gun is always accurate.
Yeah, imagine that it's also affected by augmentations. That's also able to help improve your stats on top of the gun stats in general.
Yeah, is it just like an overall improvement, or is it like do you prefer to be better aiming, or do you prefer to get like better sights and knowing where the weakness is so you can do more damage?
Pretty much. And by the looks of it here, I mean, dismemberment, everything with the head's gone, the leg's gone. Same for this guy back here. This looks like the Arasaka headquarters in general, so I guess this is the heist or whatever. Gone wrong.
Or gone right. It depends how you play.
Yeah, exactly.
We're bulletproof.
And we've seen car chases too, and there's
There's the fist
fist
fighting.
fighting.
Oh, look at your knuckles. You can even see like the small like little bumps and wrinkles off of your thumb
Yeah,
We're bulletproof.
when you were like blocking. Yeah, look at that. You can see all the folds even around the edges on like the fingertips where you can bend it and everything. Those wrinkles look a little too realistic.
it really does. I can totally see that.
Solved as my fucking Rubik's cube.
I've seen those before, actually. I've seen them at Barnes and Noble, in fact. I've seen ones that
Just
are
like
just
fight.
4x4s, and then I've seen ones that are what was it like?
Five.
Uh, yeah, they get into crazy ones where it's like 6 rows across and up and down. It's like, holy crap, how do you solve this?
I think I've seen the 4x4 before, and that shit's crazy.
Yeah, no kidding. And
He
there's
looks
those.
like he's in heaven.
I don't think it's the right word for it, but that's the
Huh?
what do you call them? The Manus blades, and that's probably like late game augment right there.
Cause why not? Let's have Assassin's Creed.
Essentially. Holy crap, I'd love to have those. Man, that car looks good on the inside even. I guess wrist rockets or wrist grenades too.
Okay, yeah. So all of this right here, all the sparks, the damage of the chipped debris, and all the smoke I'm just wondering like how much of that is actually like it's in game engine, or this is just like it's a scripted thing, so it's gonna look nice because it's already scripted.
It's hard to say between that. Some of it's probably scripted, yeah.
Yeah,
That's my
I mean,
guess.
this one looks like it's a runaway chase, so it's like, how far can your decision actually go to see the outcome of, what you do in a mission?
Yeah. Who knows if you shoot that car enough times, it'll just suddenly veer off into this, or if something else
They'll suddenly
happens.
say, you know what, I had enough.
It's like just ended all. Oh. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, that was something interesting right there. Other than this is probably that same Arasaka building. And
Oh,
there's that suitcase again. That's interesting.
very important.
Yeah, and they're wearing tuxes and everything.
Maybe
Oh,
Ooh.
okay, so this right here is a trauma team. What do you call it? AB4 or Aerodyne or whatever. And trauma teams like the premium insurance, where if you afford them, then you basically have a. How should I put it? You basically have these people who are heavily trained and highly skilled, very heavily armed. It's like your own personal SWAT team with EMT skills to come and save you.
Ew.
Yeah, so wonder why they're there. Probably took out a CEO or something and they're angry.
What the fuck?
And looks like
This could be. And you.
I
Who are you?
think you know what? I think all of this is actually the prologue, if I'm right.
Just a prologue. Actually, you know what? That's probably a good way to kind of like sell the game. Be like, oh, this is just the beginning, by the way. The
Yeah,
game will open up after this, which I think will be a good way to kind of like get yourself used to like how the game works, how it runs, how some of the things run.
yeah. So the other thing is, I'm amused by this little weird suit he has going on. This weird leather suit, I guess.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, I'm assuming all this is regardless of what life path you choose, it all leads up to this maybe, and
Yeah.
somehow after, well, who knows when this comes into play. But
It's him. It's the man. The guy that everyone loves.
John Wick.
That's him. It's Mr. Wick himself.
No kidding. November 19th is so far away.
Oh gosh, she's back.
Yeah, exactly.
Her and her augmented eyelashes to make her eyes just pop out so much more. Oh, crazy.
It's too real.
Absolutely, I can try. So
Crazy.
Oh, let's get things back on track. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, no, never mind. I'm stupid.
These-
footage from the game's prologue only, but there was an
It's too
awful
close.
lot
It's
in
too
it.
real.
So, Pavel, why don't you try and help us unpack everything that we just saw?
Alrighty.
okay, I mean, absolutely, I can try. So, what you have just seen is only the prologue of the game. So that awesome stuff is only happening.
Alright, so
in the
yeah,
first
that
few
is all
quests.
prologue.
What the trailer
Ah,
shows you
cool.
is really
Good to know.
our stage, the night city. You know, this gigantic city built of.
That's an exciting prologue right there.
So
Yeah. I just noticed something there. I
Hmm.
just noticed 6 pending notifications for quantified something, and then like stocks
Later?
and Arasaka.
Oh.
So this is probably what it's like to. Yeah, this is probably what it's like to play a corporate. You have all these messages on your HUD and
Oh.
stocks and I don't know what this is. Arasaka ID. That's kind of
Maybe
crazy.
some sort of ID or like not verification, but to show that you're big. You're
You're
big boy. You got the credentials.
you're a big shot in the corporate world.
build of
You're a
60
big boy making
unique
big boy
districts
money.
surrounded
Yeah,
by
no
the center
kidding.
one that we call the Badlands. As a player,
Oh.
you are
Honestly, I'm
the
excited to explore the Badlands just so I can get tested and used to the driving.
Yeah, because as far as I know, there are little towns and little cities outside in the Beyond Night City. these little
Mm.
places kind of fending on their own, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see what those places are like. And speaking of which, I think that's a trauma team ad. They're always there in 3 minutes with a fully armed squad.
Very precious. They were trying to reach
Yep.
out
3
to
minutes.
chip of immortality.
In 3 minutes, you'll have a SWAT team burst through your door,
Jack
kill everyone,
introduces
and
me to
save you.
Dexter Deshawn. He's a very important person in a social ladder of Cyberpunk. He is able to provide the player with various jobs and contracts to be able to gather money, to be
New message, real mess in there.
able to
Wait,
modify
what?
their bodies,
Oh,
push themselves
okay.
to the limits, to put their hands
Till
on
next
Getting-
time, V.
But as you
Getting
can
shot
expect,
at-
not
oh,
everything goes as
There's
planned.
another little
To
detail
put
right
their
there.
hands on
I think it was like money.
Yeah,
Current
level
balance.
up. They got XP level up. Current experience points, level 16, I guess, and is that health points? Yeah, it's probably hit points and
Probably, because I know people have hit points and stuff when you're shooting them.
yeah. Here's the time. It says you're in combat, and there's your mini map. There's the person that's probably attacking you. The X's are probably your kills. Information, emails on the HUD. Let's see what else. Handbrakes, which can't combat mode. I wonder what that means. Huh.
It means you're probably in combat mode.
I guess that means you might
For
be
the
able to lean
car?
out of your car and just start firing, like GTA style. Who knows?
Huh.
That could be interpreted multiple ways, and there's a little icon of you. Who knows what that's for, though?
But
And your speed in the
as you can
corner. Oh yeah, and we saw the money balance right there.
expect, not everything goes as
Yeah.
planned, and but to see it, you have to play the game.
There are an awful lot of really cool things in this trailer, and there's a few that I would just love to talk about a little bit more for the people at home. So let's start with talking about a gang called the Mox. Now, we see a few flashes of
Oh.
them in this trailer.
Okay.
I personally think they're really cool and one of my favorites, but can you give us a little bit more information about them?
Oh yes. So the Mox is one of the gangs that player is going to interact with throughout the game.
Dang.
Oh.
She looks like she's
Oh.
ready to fight. Holy crap.
Wait, is she packing some heat down there too?
No, not that.
Ah,
No,
it looked like a
no,
bulk to me. Now I'm disappointed.
It's not good. It got this shine on her though that confuses me. It's like almost all latex. Jesus.
The Mox is the gang
Sounds
that has
her.
been formed in 2076
And her Lizzie's
after
bar.
death of Elizabeth Borden.
Hmm.
She was called Lizzie. Now she was an owner of a brothel and former
Oh.
sex worker, and she was protecting working guys and girls from harassment, from abuse. And the gang is really continuing her mission. And as a
Okay,
player,
so
you're
yeah, I was
going to
right.
Interact with that gang, meet multiple different.
You're here to have fun, but not
and
too much
have your
fun.
own relationship with them, and understand what they're all about.
So
Be
earlier
careful
on,
with
you
your
did
fun.
mention a 7th district, a place called
Be safe
Badlands.
with your
now,
fun.
we saw a few shots of this in
Exactly.
the trailer,
Word.
but I'd love for you to give us
Oh,
a bit
God.
more detail about the district outside of the city walls.
Okay, here's
so
Badlands.
The Badlands is this like dead, dried out.
It's a
space
bad land.
going around the whole
That's
night.
bad.
And
Very
as
bad.
a player,
Oh, it's like an RV park or a
you'll be able to
trailer park.
traverse that
Yeah,
Look at
that. Oh, yeah, look at all those palm trees there. Wow, it is California. Wait, that's right outside my window. Hey, I see the camera right there.
Oh God. Satellite dishes, power lines all
car and
over.
motorcycle.
Man, this place looks run
This
down.
is a space that is
Fuel. It's
inhabited
mostly
Welcome
all.
to-
the nomads. Nomads
Jesus.
are really
This reminds me of that town in GTA 5 in the desert.
That kind of does give me that kind of vibe, yeah.
Oh crap. Oh. I didn't even pay attention to this. Man, the inside of this car looks cool, and I like that. That looks like the Star Wars thing, and what was it?
Yeah, look at all that vector graphing.
In episode 3 when Luke's doing the Death Star run.
You mean episode 6, right?
No, episode 3. A New Hope.
That's 6, because it came out 4, 5, 6, then 1, 2, 3. Luke Skywalker, right?
Yeah. Oh God.
Remember the original trilogy is 4, 5, and
Yeah,
6.
4, 5. I'm in episode 4. I don't know why I kept on saying 3. Episode 4 is what I mean, because when he's doing the first Death Star run, and his X-wing, and he's like, "Luke, why'd you turn off your targeting computer?" And he had these sort of graphics on his little monitor screen as he was closing in on the the viewport hole thing, the exhaust port
Yeah.
to shoot the power bomb through.
And you had to use
The
some force.
ion bomb,
They're
yeah.
traveling across that space in
Oh, hey, and
convoys made out
seamless
of cars and
camera
motorcycles.
switching.
And as a player, you'll be able to traverse and access different type of open world.
Wow, if
content
you
that
just
has
plug
been
this into
prepared
that, it's
specifically
over.
for you to
That's how you hotwire a car,
awesome
ladies and
feel of the
gents.
Badlands as an
This is how you overclock
In
a
the trailer,
car.
we also saw, like,
No
in the
kidding.
trailer, we also
Let me go back
that
and
awesome feel.
man, look how run down this thing is. Here's the thing. I think by the time of 2077, like everything outside of the mega cities broke down, and this is all this stuff, sort of stuff, like the roads and stuff. It winds up being taken care of by nomads. They're now the ones who do all this sort of stuff and travel between cities and states. Nobody else
Right,
maintains this
nomad.
sort of stuff. And the only other people that you'd see on the road is maybe the megacorp trucks, like delivering stuff. Not really anyone else.
Of the Badlands as an arena.
So seeing all these broken
in the
down
trailer, we
vehicles is
also
kind of
saw
cool.
like a completely.
I wonder if you could pull over and like cipher some stuff out of it.
This looked like something
I feel
else.
like you'd
So
have to be able
for
to
some of the
loot.
people at home,
Yeah.
who is this giant metal monster?
Okay, so that big dude, that was Adam Smasher. He has
I recognize that name. Adam Smasher. Okay, I read up on this. Adam Smasher is the guy who killed Johnny Silverhand. And one of the 2020 rule books, they talk about how Johnny Silverhand and one of these other famous characters of the Cyberpunk universe called Morgan Blackhand did a raid on the Arasaka headquarters to save his kidnapped girlfriend. And apparently in the middle of the mission, this guy takes on Johnny Silverhand with an auto shotgun and kills him. And then the headquarters gets blown up by a nuke.
Holy shit.
So,
been introduced in
huh.
paper in Cyberpunk
Wonder how he's still
2020
around.
by our senpai Mike Pondsmith.
That's a.
Did you just say senpai?
Yes, he said a senpai Mike Pondsmith, aka Mike Pondsmith's the creator of Cyberpunk 2020. By extent, this world, because he's helping make this game. Well, consult with this game, I should correct.
His own space in,
Damn, he had a butt.
But to
Robo-butt.
find out, you'll have to.
In this trailer, we do see some flashes of a Ripper Doc called Victor Vector. I think if people have watched our
Victor
previous
Vector.
gameplays, they might remember him. But
Oh god, I was really hoping that he wasn't gonna shove like a needle in your eyes that you got to see in real time.
No, he's just shoving his finger in your eye.
Oh, finger I'm okay with.
So Ripper Docs in our game, they are surgeons.
He's gonna
they are
poke
like
your eye
specific type of a
essentially.
job in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. They are accustomed and specialized in replacing limbs to the metal ones. They can basically update your body, enhance your body, change you into this walking war machine. And as a player, you are going to meet
So I
different types of
can.
Ripper Docs in the game, craft your
Yes.
relationship with
Just
them.
putting
Some
your
of them
new
are,
eye in
like,
while
important
you get your
characters for
hand
a
implant.
story.
I
For
feel like
that,
that's
you'll invest
you have to get
pennies
this for
that you're
story. I'm
gathering
assuming
to turn your body into this tool.
they showed
that
this last
allows
Like,
you
at
to
least-
survive on
Yeah,
this
you probably get
tool.
at least like one or two cyber enhancements that you have to progress through. But I wonder how far you can go to show like whether if it's like a different ending to be like, look at how much of humanity you lost.
We announced that if you pick up
That's a
Cyberpunk,
thing. I feel like this universe embraces, just replacing everything so much that it's like, one hand, I kind of contemplate, yeah, is there going to be a scene where it's like the more augments you have, just suddenly you're hacked or you get an EMP hit on you, so now you're suddenly more vulnerable and stuff. I remember in Deus Ex, what was I think Human Revolution or Mankind Divided, there was a scene like that, I think. Or basically, if you get this chip, it's gonna shut down all your augments. This chip, quote unquote, that was supposed to sort of fix all these problems popping up. And I remember intentionally not getting it, because I had some sort of suspicion. And it's because I didn't get it that later in the game, I was unaffected by this giant catastrophic event that happened. I'm like, oh sweet, I got to keep my stuff.
Oh well, hey, there you go.
Yeah, so who knows? I think they said humanity is not really a thing that you have to worry about losing in this game, but who knows?
When the console launches. Just in case you missed it, it will be the same for PlayStation players as well. well.
a
If
free
you pick up
upgrade.
Cyberpunk 2077
So that's gonna be really cool to
on
have.
PlayStation 4, you'll also be able to
Yeah.
play it on PlayStation 5 when the console launches.
Oh, I
And that's
don't
not
know
all.
who's really gonna
It
be
will
getting
be a
their
free
hands on
upgrade for Xbox
the
Series
new
X
console
and
at first.
PlayStation 5, but we'll have more details on that soon.
Tonight City.
And the afterlife. Hell
Before we
yeah.
reveal our first look at
Man,
the
I
Braindance
can't wait to see
gameplay
all
and
these
welcome
specialized
back our
cocktail
developers
drinks
for a chat,
specified
there
for
is
this
just
game.
one more thing we want to announce.
Here we're making them.
Something that we've been working on
Oh, I
in
am gonna make
for a
them.
while. We are very excited to announce
Oh.
our partnership with Studio Trigger and Netflix to bring you Cyberpunk Edgerunners. a
Ah, this
standalone
is the
anime
anime.
set in the Cyberpunk universe, which we've been working on
Anime.
for some time now.
Yes, they were
Edgerunners
teasing
is
an
due to
anime with.
launch in 2022,
I don't know
but
who
for some
Trigger
more
Studios
information,
is, to
let's
be
go
honest.
the team in
I'm afraid
Tokyo.
I don't know that.
They have to talk to Senpai if they can get the rights to this.
Hi, my name is
It might have been his
Sarah.
idea,
I
because
am
he's
Japan
really a
Back
big
Kill
fan
la Kill.
of that sort of
for
stuff.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
Yeah, that's
What
Kill
I
la
do
Kill.
basically on this project is that I
Oh,
am
is
a
Trigger
cert
like
to
the
put it
studio
in
that did Kill la
parts
Kill
of
or
the
something?
Cyberpunk
Am I stupid?
universe. We are a company. We
Yeah.
are a
Yeah, no,
Their
yeah,
name's
right
on
there,
the
yeah.
side,
Our
so
nerds
yeah,
do
it has to be
the
them.
anime
It's literally right
so
there. I have
it's always
eyes. I gotta
room
use
for
them.
us to make anime. When we began this
Exactly.
project, we were
Well, at
certain
least
we
you
didn't
know
want
that
to
means
make
the animation
a
is gonna be super
recreation of a
stylish.
game. Cyberpunk
'Cause they did
Edgerunners
Guru
is a
Lagann as well,
standalone
right?
story set in
I'm
the
afraid I wouldn't know
universe.
that.
The stage is still
You'd know
Night
better than
City,
I would.
but everything else is totally new.
I know
New
nothing of Guru
characters,
Lagann, but I
new
believe they did.
story. I do like to think that
I'd
it's
take
going
your
to
word
be
for
a
it.
great gateway for newcomers to come and check Cyberpunk game and also the Cyberpunk genre as a whole.
So it's focused on Netrunners by the
Right
sound
now
of it.
we're in Nakano, which
Man,
is one
Japan
of the
looks so
biggest
cool.
anime meccas of the world.
I
I'm
played
gonna take you
Yakuza.
to
I've been
Studio
ready for
Trigger
this.
right now because we have the wonderful opportunity to
Yes.
talk to the dream team that will be bringing you this anime.
Where's the Sega Enterprise place where I can go play the Crane game? I also want to play on those toilets.
Right.
I'm gonna piss away my score.
Oh, hey. Did they make that too? What was it called? Brand New Animal? Because he got the shirt on, so I'm assuming that's something that they've worked on. I have no idea what is this called? Promare?
Promare, Parmare, Poromare, Proxy, Doxy. I'm done guessing. I'm not gonna look.
Who knows? But yeah, it's safe to assume that's their project, so I mean,
Wait
they've got a
minute.
good track record so far, right?
Wrong. There's no good track record here. They ain't got no masks.
Oh, does this mean they get canceled?
That's it. It's over. That guy on the left looks like he has a continuous smirk on his face. He must be like really proud with like what he's doing here.
He's
You know what? It
confident.
is Trigger. Yeah, he's confident.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're as good of an artist and animator as this company, I guess I would be smirking too. 2022.
You got a little bit of a wait.
Man, coronavirus sucks.
Yeah. No kidding. At that point, probably all the DLC or expansions are out too. But I mean, this
Maybe
is as
that
close to our concept art for it, I guess.
Maybe this thing will run along to one of the DLCs they'll have planned in the future.
I think they said they're actually gonna try and keep it completely separate from the game, but yeah, it's just set in like the same world and stuff, basically. It's still Night City and everything, but they're gonna try and separate it to show a different part of the world and everything. So I'm down for that. I want to see more on that. Man, Netflix keeps on getting exclusive stuff.
Now it is time to show
I'm
you
still bummed out. I haven't seen
Braindance. This is a feature that you'll experience when you play Cyberpunk 2077.
the brain dance thing.
Braindance is essentially a recording of somebody else's experience. It allows you to relive their sense of sight,
Oh.
smell, touch.
Okay, this is the thing right here.
Yeah, this is the Batman thing that we were talking
After the
about.
gameplay, I
Like
will be
Detective
Yeah.
welcoming
Mode.
Pavel Sasko. I will also be joined by Patrick Mills, our senior quest designer and all-round lore master, who will
Alright.
be helping to answer your questions and give you some explanation on how you'll be interacting with Braindance when you play Cyberpunk 2077. So, let's take a look.
Plan simple.
Let us.
Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
I'm gonna take a moment just to. So, like, eyesight. Like,
Sound? No, on the bottom.
Sound, that would be sound. That might be like heartbeat or something.
Heartbeat, visibility. No, that's sight also. God, I don't know what I'm talking. Oh, okay. Yeah, look on the left side. It says layers.
Layer visual. Then there's probably
Okay, so
layer
that's
audio. Okay, yeah. So that's right. As far as I think I've heard about this. Okay, so with the brain dancing, I think it's supposed to be like the equivalent of people vicariously live and get experiences through this.
and BD stands for brain dancing. Okay.
Yeah, so like in this universe, people get to experience the thrills of someone else or something through something like that, basically.
Someone die for me so that I can experience it without dying.
You're basically experiencing what they experienced in VR.
Scary.
Okay, on you go.
Go gun.
I thought he was gonna straight up like shoot you, be like, on you go, you die.
That'd be the luck of it.
Everybody, on the ground. When I see you kissing the flooring, money now, or I will fucking drop you.
I can't stop staring at that Rubik's Cube.
Well, yeah, hey, now, before I blow your fucking head off.
Goodness. Oh.
Oh,
Slow, deep
I didn't think you liked that.
Your cortisol and adrenaline spiked.
I don't think so either.
Activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened. You're alive and well.
That was too much.
Oh.
Could feel the guy's pain, his stress, his hope.
So it's literally experiencing it,
Wrapped up in something else.
even emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Booster just before. You'll be fine. Got everything set up? Let's switch over to editing mode.
Oh, editing.
What?
Is that said Lizzle Jizzle?
Lizzie,
Jizzy? I read it as Lizzle Jizzle.
right?
I thought those eyes were L's. Damn it, I'm taking the L here.
Got confused on that.
You'll be able to look around freely. Whole scene's yours. Full cam control and analysis mode.
Oh,
Move
okay,
around,
so yeah.
zoom in and out, whatever else
No,
you
that's
want.
where you fly around and
Think of it as your
everything.
own little sandbox.
How
That-
interesting.
Has that Sims mosaic, like you said.
Can even pause when you feel the need.
Yeah.
Then you use the editor console to unpause. Try it.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio. Got it.
Oh, I see. We're probably gonna see how he actually got shot.
Speed things up or
Yeah.
rewind, whatever you
Maybe that's like the whole mystery here, I guess.
rewind. Roll
I'm
back to the
just
top.
gonna go ahead and assume it was probably your partner here, quote unquote.
All good. Neat. Now try fast forward.
Honestly, I'm gonna put my money on that. It's probably the partner.
Yeah, cause like I don't know, it seemed a little bit like too sudden with like you leaving and then suddenly getting shot from. I'm assuming it was out of sight. I couldn't see very well.
This here's why you
Yeah,
came in the first place.
He just kind of flopped over as soon as he got to the door, but you didn't see who it was or from where.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on the heat. The gun this gonk gets from his buddy at the beginning.
Gonk.
Now scan it.
Oh, you can actually scan them. Okay.
Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in,
Cheat.
snatch the cash,
Okay.
get out.
Well, how much are you able to interact with then?
Okay, right here. Excellent. Let's move on. Now heads up. In analysis mode.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I was like, where did I just hear that little beep sound effect from? And I just realized it's the same thing from the Cyberpunk theme I got on my PS4.
Oh,
That confused me. Like, I know that sound from somewhere.
Everything, every little detail, even the sights and sounds the roller was never aware of. To see the
Okay,
sensitive
so
recorded sensory
that's kind of cool.
signals,
So, like,
switch to the
everything
audio layer in the editor.
that's showing up is just what his tech is able to pick up right now.
Now you should
Oh.
And here's the audio editing, so it can hear the fan in the door? Or the people inside? Okay, yeah.
Okay, we have a deal today on 2
think I know what that other one could be. It's probably thermal.
Oh, thermal. That could be something.
That's gonna be my guess. Like heat signatures or something, maybe? I don't know. Something along those lines, like handprints and stuff.
Well, that might be important for those that still has some of their humanity left in their cybernetics. You probably can tell like how much of a cybernetic is on the person based on that, right?
Something akin to
Oh.
that, I think, maybe.
Infrared. Yep,
Yeah,
heat signature.
okay.
Huh. Hella nice.
Hella nice. Alright.
Civilian. Rarity normal. Unconscious. Wow, look at this rare civilian I got.
Man, she's so unconscious.
I'll trade it for your uncommon criminal.
Also, wait, I saw
Hmm?
a quick hack. Quick hack. Right there. Like under the civilian status unconscious, there's a quick hack
Oh.
and tagging.
I wonder what the tagging and quick hacks for, huh?
Surely it'll probably come into play soon.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll bring up like a little drop-down menu for stuff.
Wait a minute, no, look at the register. He probably didn't give you all of the money. Something happened.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Hold up, just a second. Mizutani Shion MZ2 production year. What? Oh, it's talking about the car. Okay. What do you mean?
He's a car. He was a car this whole time.
Why is this guy rear-wheel drive? What do you mean by that? Okay.
What's your name again? Lightning McQueen?
Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow! Right as the gun goes off.
And the guy who shot them. Ka-chinga!
Ka-chinga! Ka-chinga! Ka-chinga! Oh god, that's messed up.
Oh, gross.
Oh god. Oh, what? So he gets to hack the monitor? What?
You can hack something of something that happened?
I recognize what that means. Jumba is slang for friend in their universe. His own buddy.
So the guy that we saw behind, in the beginning of this?
Yep, his own friend just shot him in the head on the way out.
I wonder why. Publicity to be like, I got him! I'm your hero, you guys! Look at me!
It might be that, or it might be part of just trying to make for a experience that people will buy into with this brain dance thing.
Brain dance is a pretty big part of the
I don't know.
Cyberpunk
That's
universe.
kind of
It's
weird.
not just something used for adult films. There is an awful lot to it, and there's two sides.
You know what? I just noticed something. I wonder if they put like secret messages throughout this trailer with all of this stuff.
They kind of started did something like that before with one of its one of the big reveals they did with Cyberpunk, right?
I think they've done it with literally every trailer so far. Even their like collector's edition reveal, when they were like showing these lines of codes just kind of as part of the aesthetic and everything, teasing it. If you paused at the right moment on one of those lines of code, it was like an HTML or some sort of link, and you could go to it and
yeah.
Something used for adult films. There is.
So there's probably some hiding around right here, like who knows what this white box is for, who knows what all this camera text is for, it's whatever.
And then there's the gameplay side.
It means they're in the Matrix.
Will be interacting with it.
Yes,
so,
you can
Patrick,
see the line
of
code.
That's exactly it.
I would love to. So in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, Braindance was invented way back in the early 2000s at UC Santa Cruz. It was developed as a way of recording a person's experiences and then playing them back for someone else so that they could relive them as though it was happening to them. It was originally used for things like therapy and prisoner rehabilitation, but by 2077 it's become this global media industry, including things like movies, mass entertainment, things like that, video games, some interactive things, and of course
movies would be pretty cool on that.
Now, in
I
our
can't
game,
wait
we deal
to
lot
do a
with
brain test
black
for
brain
someone
patterns,
who played
STDs, as
the
we call
Super
them.
Nintendo
And
back
there are
in the
different types of
late
those,
90s.
but the one that you saw in the trailer just there was a
Brain
flat
dance
I want to
brain.
playing.
experience.
That's where the
I'm
person
gonna
recording
relive
actually
the
guides
imagination of
during
me
the
playing
recording.
Super
And
Mario
it's
World for
popular
the
sort
first
of an
time.
illicit kind of a thrill, but
Beautiful memories.
a mercenary can also use them for various things, and you'll see that in the game, of course.
And from the gameplay perspective, we have been working a lot
It's like,
throughout
are you gonna
last
relive
years
being at your
trying
favorite
to
concert
figure
ever?
out the
No,
best
I
way
just want to
how
relive
to
playing Mario All
use
Star for the first
braindance in
time,
the game as a mechanics. So what we have settled
or
on
watching
is
Shrek
this
for the first
braindance
time.
editor mode. As
Lord.
a player, you will be able to run the
Oh
braindance
god.
in the editor mode and see different clues that have been registered on the peripheral
Screen vulnerabilities, transmission and malfunction. Okay.
of given actor. Now, as a player, you can
So
slide
colorful.
the timeline of the recording back and forth, trying to uncover different clues. And that clues are actually telling a story in the game. So, as a player, you will run different investigations that will lead you to different mysteries, and you will uncover them actually using that braindance as a mechanics in the game.
So, as Pavel was saying, we use Braindance as a storytelling tool. It's not a collectible. It's not something where you're going to go in and you're going to play it and you're going to be like, I've seen this before. What we use Braindance for is to give you a keyhole into the life of the residents of Night City. And we can explore things like childhood trauma, religion, various philosophical ideas in a way
Okay.
that you might not otherwise experience in a story
I like
about
that
a
idea.
mercenary on the tough streets.
Yeah.
So we've tried to talk about some of
That kind of makes me think of Watch Dogs when you could like hack into cameras on people's houses or whatever and ATM machines and just kind of mess with them. I genuinely
Yeah.
enjoyed that just because they made it so interesting and funny sometimes, or like kind of like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, getting the peek in on what's going on in the situation that you find fascinating. They did it really
Yeah,
good on there.
that was the one thing I really like with when I was first watching, the first trailer of like Watch Dogs, when they were showing out how nice it looks, what you can do with hacking, and all of the crazy things you could do to it. That gameplay mechanic was the reason why I wanted to get the game so bad.
Oh yeah,
So
that was a cool selling point at the time. There wasn't really anything like that, or at least to that extent.
mhm.
And this just looks like, hey, let's take that and kick it up to 11.
some of the aspects that we think the
Yeah.
community will find really exciting. But, while you're both here, I'd love to know, what is it about Cyberpunk that you guys are really excited for? Patrick, why don't you start?
So, one of the things that I'm most excited about in this game is the characters and the way they interact with the world. We've got this really interesting world that stretches all the way back to the Cyberpunk 20.
Don't tell me this
Oh.
was rigged from the start.
It's like, why do I get
No, you know what?
scumbag energy from this guy?
I'm getting fucking Call of Duty callbacks right here, just like towards the end and everything, while the guy's looking down on you, be like, this is how your story ends. See ya, punk. And then you get your last bullet in on him.
Which Call of Duty was that? Because I'm thinking of
Was
like
it?
Modern Warfare 2 when you
I
get shot
I
by.
think- Yes, I believe that was 2 I'm thinking of.
I think of when Makarov just shoots you after the no Russian.
Lord.
Or what is it when Shepard shoots Roach and Ghost?
Oh God.
Rest in peace. You didn't deserve that
2020
fate.
source material and all of these events and all of those things. But those don't
Dude, look at that. Immediately that jumps out to me. Look at this gun. That reminds me of what do you call it from Apex and Titanfall, the R10C or whatever.
Yeah.
That light assault rifle looks exactly like that.
Does, don't it?
It's crazy. I guess that's a hypo thing again, and then there's a grenade. Save the monk. And then we'll start the next gen Buddhist fellowship. We'll get this Full Metal Monks.
mean anything unless they.
I think I
Full
need
Metal
context here.
And so when we come up with a character, we start with their function.
That's
What is
crazy.
this person? What do they do in
Yeah.
the story? But we don't stop there. We go back and we figure out what was their childhood.
Ah,
like,
monks,
what was
right.
their
They fight with their
upbringing
fists.
like, What kind of obstacles did they face in this harsh reality?
That's the way it
and
usually goes
did
in
they overcome them?
RPG
and how did
parties.
They overcome them, or did they not overcome them? And why?
Oh.
Oh, hey. Sorry, was I speeding in my own garage?
sheriff ain't too happy with you being in his town.
He looks way too freaking old fashioned. This is so clashing with everything I've been seeing. I love it. What's on his hand?
I think those are those biker gloves that just like.
Oh,
Well, no. Then again, it should have a strap going around. I don't know. There's like metal things on top of the fingers. It's hard to say.
maybe his fingers are
And you
cybernetic.
can see all of those things
Yeah,
Or no, I think they're gloves.
in their
those are weird
environment,
gloves.
in
If
their
that's the case.
dialogues, in sort of how they operate in the world. And we come up with that.
Oh my god! What? Draw a weapon on him?
Well, can't let you in. I have a gun.
And you're
I
gonna
do too.
see stories about his past
Flexes.
in his environment and in his dialogue. You know,
It's
we
like
come
weird
up with
flex,
that
bro,
stuff
but okay.
Even if we don't use it in the
You know
game,
what?
because
You're
it
right.
helps inform
This gun
us
is
as to
useless.
who these characters are.
So never mind.
For me,
I back down.
I would not be myself if I would not say that I'm the most excited about our quests. Like with our Witcher 3 team, with Patrick, and
Oh,
like
Oh.
Biotechnica. So this is like part of that nomad path.
Holy shit, look how many
Oh!
warehouses.
Those are either warehouses or I'm gonna take a stab at. I think they might be greenhouses. These are corporate run farms. Because a lot of
Look.
nomads actually got pushed away from farms and their homes, so corporations could step in and take control of farms and stuff.
We'll
So-
control what you eat.
So yeah, it's either warehouses or maybe it's just
everybody that
greenhouses.
has stayed with us since
But
the very first time,
Biotechnica is like
we
the medical company in this world, from what I know.
really have grown so much.
Oh, wow.
We have learned so much, and we have used all that experience
Jeez,
to put them
look at that! Is that like a freaking blimp?
It sure looks like one.
Blimp with the giant TV?
into the
What is that?
quest that we have made. And you will not find really a filler in this game. Like everything has a meaning. Like we put so much effort
Definitely a
into
nomad.
making sure that everything is rewarding. He's
Biker
interesting,
gang
he's
looking
talking about
setup.
characters, as Patrick said. It's talking about worlds. It's talking about emotions, like touching the player in a really, like a real way. And I just
Yes, touch me like how a game never touched me before.
Pavel, I know you mentioned
No.
story and quests and progress, and when I was last in the studio, I had a
I
look
don't
and
consent
saw
to
a
that.
notebook on your desk, and I would love for you
Joke's
to
on you, you
share
consented with your $60 purchase.
Oh no!
You asked for it. So this is my notebook. It says Salsa Quest Designer.
What?
The reason is because
This is my notebook.
salsa.
My mom got
And
this for
so
me
it's
at a
a-
Michael's store.
So I wrote
That
started
seems
this
adorable.
notebook
What?
Actually, when we were really starting Cyberpunk, at the very beginning,
all
I
scribbled
wrote like
out.
a first note, and it says.
Wow, look
something
at that.
Along the lines of
He knows how
we
to
were
do
starting with a
Chinese cursive
prototype.
writing.
And then I kept on basically noting
Jesus.
things that we've been working on.
Dude, are you
Yo.
okay?
Like next year's.
Dude!
Once when our concept artists actually approached me, and they said that they
How?
wanted to take a look on my notebook, I was like, "What for?" Actually, and they took some pictures, and they told me, "Yeah, well, because we are looking for a reference material for notes of a psychopathic killer." so
Oh.
you may.
Well, you came to the right guy.
My notes.
It fits! I mean,
Pavel and Patrick, thank you
I could
so much for
totally
joining
see
me.
that.
I'm pretty
Jeez.
lucky because I have
We
read
need a
some of the
reference of
reviews that
psychopathic
have
killer.
been
You're probably
great,
one, right?
And I'm pretty excited for people
It's like,
to
would you feel
discover them.
honored by that, or
But,
just be like,
before
what?
we do finish today's episode, there is
I'd be like,
one
"How'd you
more
know?"
thing we'd like to talk about.
It's like, that's my dirty little
Earlier
secret.
in this episode, I mentioned that media have been getting hands-on with the opening of Cyberpunk 2077, and
Oh, what?
Is that a level 3 handgun you just got?
Handgun.
Oh.
Oh, your skill with handguns, I'm assuming.
Oh, so kind of like Crackdown, where like if you do specific things and whatnot, they level up.
I'm assuming, yeah, your proficiency will raise. Oh, hey, he just knocked out the back taillight on that car, too.
77,
Doing
and
that
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
be posting their impressions right about now. And if you missed anything from
Huh.
today's episode, don't worry, we'll be uploading everything to our channels very soon. And finally, on behalf of everybody at CD Projekt Red, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this, the very first episode of Night City Wire. But don't worry, we'll be back with episode 2 in just a few weeks. So, we shall
Oh,
see
I
you
didn't know
soon.
that.
Yeah.
I was expecting like another month or so, huh? Oh, God, November cannot arrive fast enough. GOG, free limited time goodies. Huh. Well, that was really interesting to see all that. lot of cool stuff in that.
Whew, crazy. The game's definitely looking nice. I can't wait for this game to actually be released and not be pushed back for like the 100th time.
So many people are saying there's got to be another delay. It's inevitable. There's got to be another one. I'm just like,
At this point, the delay has been pushed back so far that they are almost at the release of the Xbox Series X and PS5.
Part of me is wondering if that's, part of the reason why they did it.
Yeah, but
pertaining
everyone's
to
also
that.
thinking about that as well with like The Last of Us Part 2, and then suddenly the story got leaked and everyone got pissy, and then suddenly Naughty Dog was like, oh, we don't have logistics problems anymore, the game's coming out now.
Right?
So,
That makes me wonder, how many times was The Witcher delayed? I know that this one got like 3 or 4 delays. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, just from what I know, it got like 3 or 4. This is like the 3rd or 4th one for Cyberpunk too, so maybe this is really the final one. Who knows?
one can only hope.
Yeah, but it's looking like it's shaping up to be something really special. Holy crap, I can't wait for it. I need it now.
Hell yeah.
I'll probably
Can't wait to see it. Yeah.
I was gonna
I
say.
was just gonna say, yeah.
You go, okay. It's all good.
I don't remember what I'm gonna say anymore. You go.
I was just gonna say we might do this one later on if you wanna.
Later on we could, yeah.
Yeah, we'll jump onto this later and give a deeper dive into it because wow, there's a lot.
That's a lot of cool gameplay. We'll be able to decipher all of the what's on the UI and everything.
Yes, we will uncover all the hidden secrets. We will be
But
the
remember,
first ones to break everything.
remember, it's a work in progress. It does not represent the final look of the game.
I hope people realize that.
And then we'll realize it was 99.9% of what the game is going to look like.
Yeah, there's a chance of that. Jesus.
Except we turn off the texture here and there so it ran better.
Essentially. Oh,
yeah.
crap. Well, for now, that about wraps up everything, so we'll jump onto this here soon, hopefully. We'll find time for that. And in the meantime, hope everyone enjoys that.
I can't wait to get my package on my face.
Yes, sir.
That's how we're gonna end it here.
Nope.